Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the sixth annual Setup Marketing Relationship Survey. Every year we have conducted this survey. We look at the trends, and the question that we ask is, how likely are you to switch your primary marketing agency within the next 6 months? We want to be experts in this relationship. We want to really understand what marketers think and how they interact with their agencies. We were really fortunate to have over 400 people respond this year. 80% of the survey respondents were from companies of over 500 employees. Over 70% of them were director level and above, and almost all of them were involved in some way, shape, or form in the selection of their primary agency. Very excited for the conversation that we're about to have.
First, Joe, I just want to give you a big congrats on your sixth annual marketing relationship survey. It's a big deal. It's important to the industry, so shout out to you.
I think almost every client wants the agency to have a very deep understanding of their business. They want proactive partnership. They want strategic integration. They want effective communication and flexibility and commitment and accountability, all the things on this list.
Agencies are an extension of your team. So when I think about what I want out of my agency partners, being an expert on a particular capability is really a baseline expectation, because that's what I expect of my team, right? So I don't have different expectations of my agency partners than I do my team.
One of the most overlooked part of a client partnership is having a consistent mechanism for feedback and discussion about where you are falling short on certain elements. Agency partners don't expect that this is the responsibility of your clients to be asking or providing proactively feedback on you. You should be asking for it too.
I am team no surprises. I also believe it's a two-way street.
We've talked about the agency-client relationship not being that dissimilar to a spousal relationship, and that, if you have a really strong relationship, then that sometimes overrides bumps in the road.
The need for performance is what's driving, I think, a lot of the content needs. And on the social side, we're seeing a lot more asks for help and support with creator content versus traditional organic.
Big picture, I really believe brands exist to create relationships with customers and ultimately make the registers ring, right? And so definitely in line with what Courtney said about performance, but it's less about, agencies kind of changing and more about how customers behave.
On the left side here, clients' most frequent reason for ending the relationship is dissatisfaction with delivery. Often the budget cut is a convenient way to tell your agency that they're not delivering or performing.
The way that these are ranked are symptoms of the problems that clients have flagged. Least surprising, but really important things I think for agencies to note here is satisfaction with delivery. I think so many of us are still operating in a really traditional agency waterfall fashion. And as we talked about earlier, with the way social is moving, with the way content needs are moving, with the way performance is moving, your agency will implode if you do not think about delivering in a different way.
That direct line between satisfaction levels on relationship is kind of the only place where we see eye to eye between, the two groups. And so, that satisfaction with the relationship that comes from honest conversations around budget expectations. It comes from honest conversations around strategically where are we heading. It comes from those strong, honest conversations around talent and where we're over and underperforming. And so, again, my two observations, we got to clean up our communication between teams, and really that stems from the health of the relationship. If the team is kind of inconsistent even on how they describe themselves or what it feels like to work there, again, you can start to get a feel for, is this going to be a relationship fit, in the long haul.
I can tell that you've been a client for a long time, Alicia, and that you're an amazing client. 75% of clients said that finding an agency was time consuming, and 77% said that it's challenging to find the right agency.
Beazer has used Setup, right? And one of the observations I had joining Beazer is, an opportunity to modernize, some of our digital experiences. And you helped us find, your team helped us find, our partner. Sometimes it does help to have kind of that expert matchmaker come in and help connect the dots. We're a challenger brand, and so we love to work with partners who also have that challenger mindset.
About a third come through search partners like Setup. We've had a couple really fantastic new clients this year come through Setup. I was saying to Joe earlier today, I think one of them is probably the favorite client in the building right now. So certainly a really solid match. Team retention, we're incredibly fortunate. We have a little over 95% voluntary retention rate at the agency. Ghosting, I think, has definitely been up this year, and really incredibly protracted processes have been way, way up. And so I would certainly put those under the biz dev umbrella in terms of a challenge.
Over 80% said they're using AI, and they're using it for content creation, they're using it for analysis, they're using it for operational efficiency, for research, for personalization.
AI does not replace human creativity, period.
It has really been a force multiplier. So as a small agency, pitching is a huge investment of our time, and we don't have 300 or 400 extra folks that can just kind of tip in on work. And so our team and the investment in time and energy that they've made in really becoming students of the tools has resulted in us being able to deliver incredibly high quality work.
48% of client-side marketers said that they would recommend their primary agency. That's down 10% from last year.
Every time I've made a decision around which agency partner to choose, I'm asking other clients. I'm going out of my way to pick up the phone, give me 30 minutes, tell me about what it's like to work with them.